And we are live here on the channel of Tabletop Junkie with your host, Tabletop Junkie. I'm sorry, I'm trying to sound enthusiastic. So, before we get started, I have two of my greatest friends here, the Witch King, who has made his return finally. Witch King, please say hello to our viewers or future viewers, or both.
Hello, and remember, the return of the Witch King is always at hand.
And then my favorite, my personal favorite. Well, they're both my favorites. I can't choose favorites among them. They come out all the time for me. It's hard to choose, but I gotta say the one that I like to pick on the most, Toby.
Pick on? Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Well. Before we get started, let's get a
Happy to be
couple.
here.
Oh, you're happy to be here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought you were like done the first time. Sorry. Well, he's happy to be here. Well, I'm glad he's happy to be here because I got a couple of announcements before we get the stream started. Let's see if we can get a couple good laughs out of here. Today, I sat down with my kid today and we watched The Matrix, and now he gets some of my references, unlike someone else I know that will remain nameless. Toby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Now, if you now,
Not like I'm doing it to spite you.
now, if any of you guys, since Toby didn't catch that, that too was a reference from a movie. Can he name the movie? It was actually a famous line played by, I cannot remember his name, Kevin Kline. He said, I will say we're in the situation with men who remain nameless. Jim West screamed at. Sorry, I can't get my voice up. Jim West. Do you know the movie, Toby? Come on. It's got Will Smith in
I
it.
don't think I know this movie. I
you know-
may have seen it, but I don't remember this quote.
I think I might know the movie.
1999. It has the actor who plays in the second Harry Potter movie as the guy who played that goofy character with the blonde hair. I can never remember his name.
He played Professor or whatever.
He played the bad guy in this movie with Will Smith, and I didn't even know it was him. I found out just the other day because I was watching it.
Do you mean Wild Wild West?
Yes, 1999, Wild Wild West. The villain, actually plays the school teacher of the dark arts that wiped people's memory. That was completely fraudulent. Actually plays the villain in Wild Wild West, and I didn't even know it until just now. I've seen that movie for years.
It's a fun movie. It's not a great movie or even a good movie in my opinion, but it's fun.
Which one, Harry Potter or Wild Wild West?
Wild Wild West.
Oh, Wild Wild West. Oh, I think I know that one. Will Smith and the.
Let's knock Wild Wild West because that was the last of the 99s, and I'm sorry, to me the 99 period was the best that we had besides the 80s. The 80 period of movies too, because Johnny Mnemonic was, I believe, in the 80s too with Keanu Reeves. That was a good one.
We're also going to sidestep any current controversies Will Smith has been in right now.
I don't even care about that. We're not even going to talk about that. That's not allowed on my channel. No.
We're not featured historians channel. I would say so. Yeah.
No, we're not even gonna. Even with him, I wouldn't even get into that. Just for the simple fact, and I know him. I know T-shirted very well. He actually left a comment on one of my channels once, or on one of my videos, and he thought it was really awesome. So, I know T-shirted historian. That is something he rolls with, but that's not something I can get into just because.
Well, fair enough. I'm just saying if it was on his channel, he'd probably talk about that. I'm not trying to compare or say it's better.
No. Witch King, I'm not thinking anything about that. It's just I can see both sides of that story. That's the crappy part is I can see both sides of the story, and I'm not getting in the middle of that. And I'll tell you why. Number one, and I'm going to make it known right here. I'm a very big Will Smith fan and Chris Rock fan, and I love them to death, and I hope they can get along. And I'm a very big fan of Jada Pinkett Smith and her work. I hope that one day they can all three get along. It was just let's just chalk it up. It was just something that was kind of there. It happened. Hopefully they can get over that and we can get our television back to the normal rewards. Like I said, I could see all three of those views. But I get all three of the sides of the story. They need to love each other though, is my personal thing. They should get along because in the end, they're all here to do the same thing. And that's to entertain the masses, and if Will Smith didn't belong in that crowd, he wouldn't have been there in the first place, just sitting in the audience. But that's the issue is the kind of work that Chris Rock does is some of the same work that Will Smith does. He brings comedy, action to us. Chris Rock doesn't do so much action, but he does do a lot of comedy, and I have been a big fan of both of them.
Tabletop, didn't you say we weren't going to talk about this?
I can't. Well, you got me going.
I was trying to cut you off and be like, "Hey, let's get back to tabletop."
Well, okay. Well, we only spent 5 minutes on it, so let's get back to the tabletop review. On top of I guess we're just mentioning what we love because I just threw Toby here in the Matrix and he didn't even know what the Matrix is. He says he's told me,
what the Matrix is. I just refuse to watch it now to spite you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
then watch it for
me.
We've
been over this.
Watch it for me, Toby. I have no ill will in this fight.
that is true. Which gives me a win-win.
Yeah, I'm about to say, no, it benefits him. No, I refuse.
Come on,
all right.
You're a good friend. Right. Come on.
So today we are
I already told you. You already got me to watch one thing this year. It's once a year.
All right. Before we get on to the panel of Big Bang Theory, if you guys haven't seen the episode where Sheldon and everyone had to go to this convention and they ran their own panel and, Sheldon was trying to bring everything back to topic and couldn't, I'm going to not be Sheldon in this period. We're going to bring this back to topic. All right. So let's get started.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right. I just was giving you guys a chance to get whatever was left in those cannons out. All right. So we are here to talk about Fate Accelerated, the Fate Accelerated edition, which is a sort of a condensed version of Fate Core. Now, I know in today's time that is confusing because there is a Fate condensed version that was just released. I don't have the release date on that because I didn't really look into that version right this minute. But Fate, I don't even have the date when Fate Accelerated was released. I think they were like co-released because when I got into Fate Core, they had Fate Core and Fate Accelerated already, as well as the Fate Core system toolkit, which we will be covering in a stream in the near future. So what I want to talk about today,
I believe Fate Accelerated came out at the same time because they're both created on the same Kickstarter.
Oh, they were. Okay. You know what? Witch King, thank you so much for just chiming in. If you guys have information that I don't have, and I tell you I don't have it, just throw it out there. I think
Fate Condensed was released November 2nd, 2020.
It's funny how you have information. Oh, you just looked it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I was say, funny how you have information when the only time you have information is when we give it to you.
Hey, the internet is a very powerful tool. Okay.
It's also a very dangerous tool. Let's use it wisely. Even though we're on the internet doing an internet show, so go figure. So what is Fate Accelerated Edition? Like I stated before, it's just a condensed version of Fate Core, not to be confused with the Fate Core Fate Condensed version, which we will cover at a later time. Now there are some similarities and differences. I'm going to say I did go through the books. I did go through Fate Accelerated, and I did find all the similarities and differences. And I will say this. They made an awesome system because they were able to, because, you think skills don't play a big part. You don't think stress boxes and extras play a big part. They actually do, because that is the differences. The similarities are basically the basics, the fate points, the refresh, the aspects, the stunts, the consequences, because you still get all those. You still get boosts and you still have actions. The differences are the skills. We don't have skills. We have approaches. And the approaches are, please someone help me out here, clever, careful, flashy.
Hold on, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. I already named 4. I only named 4 off the top of my head. Sneaky, I got 5. I got 5 without even looking.
There's careful, clever, flashy, forceful, quick, and sneaky.
I missed one. It was quick. But thank you, Witch King, for bouncing me out. And that's it, everybody. And it operates on a +3, +2, +2, +1, +1, and +0. That's the pyramid. It's not a normal pyramid. You have one at the top, one lowest number at the bottom, one highest number at the top, which is only a +3. Lowest number is +0, and then in between you got 2 1s and 2 2s that you can allocate among those 6 approaches. Now a lot of people are like, wondering, well, like, if I'm trying to do stealth, what would that go with? Well, obviously sneaky. Quick would be athletics. Forceful would be anything to be like physique or fight or even shoot. Don't think shoot.
I would argue you could use the approaches in several different ways. You don't have to use forceful for shooting. You could use careful for shooting or sneaky for shooting.
Oh, that's very actually that was
quick, because you got to be quick about it.
Actually, you know what? Let me back this up. They are more right and politically correct than I am, and I'm going to say why here in a minute. Because in the Fate Accelerated Edition, which I did read recently, from cover to cover, it is said basically if you can take one of those approaches and apply it to any situation under any action, it counts. So if you could, like they said, you could carefully position your gun and just shoot for a +2 to create advantage against an enemy because you're trying to take out their legs. That would work carefully. The approaches are not limited to what the skills were limited to.
Or like if you're doing a Western game, you're trying to do a gunfight and you need to pull the gun out really quick and fire it, that'd be quick.
Where someone's shooting from a range with a sniper rifle needs to be more careful so they don't miss and alert them to their presence. Well, but
or careful or clever.
Sneaky would be good for that one too. And you know what? All the approaches have all available actions. You can use any approach for any action. They're not limited. Like whereas drive, you can use drive to defend, create an advantage, or overcome. And fight, you can use it for all 4 of the actions, which for all 4 of the actions is overcome, create advantage, fight, and defend. In this one, all approaches can be used for all 4 actions. That is the awesome thing. They are not limited. We are going to demonstrate Fate Accelerated Edition after we do a couple other things, because I'm going to be adding in a couple other things into the future game. The next game that we are going to run is going to be called Tasty Wheats. Who gets that reference besides Witch King? Because I know Witch King gets that reference. Come on, Toby, you get that reference?
Post in the comments.
Tasty
is it from the Matrix, Tabletop?
I don't have to answer that, so no.
Well, Tabletop, is it from the Matrix?
Yes, it's from the Matrix.
Huh. How would I know?
Because I told you yesterday I was doing a whole theme.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. I told you yesterday I was doing a whole freaking theme.
Not nice, guys. He's picking on me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Mr. Anderson. Right now. Mr. Jack Anderson. Yes, Witch King, you did miss. I don't know if you saw our past videos, but in case you did.
I did. I saw partially one of the first ones, then I watched the first one. I didn't finish the second one. I did finish the third one, which is technically the fourth one. Fourth session, rather.
Right. Well, if you want to know, I gave him a Matrix reference that he didn't pick on, which was Mr. Anderson. We call him Jack Anderson, which was also another Matrix reference, but he didn't pick up on that. Also, he didn't realize he met the Merovingian and his wife.
Yeah, at first,
he really needs to watch the Matrix.
I thought that you weren't playing the Matrix and you were just like taking the plot of the Matrix and characters from the Matrix and just like explaining them to Toby because he's never seen it.
I actually did not. And it's funny that I found out at the end of the stream, hey, I've never seen the Matrix, right? No. Okay, while I have you here.
That is a lie. I have told you countless times I have not seen the Matrix.
All right.
I forgot.
Well, then finally, the Witch King can answer my question. Witch King, you had a conversation with someone about the Matrix. Who was that? You know who that was? That wasn't Toby, but that was someone in our group. Don't mention their names because I know
Ironcaster, right?
That would have to be either Ironcaster or the other person we have with us.
I'm pretty sure it was Toby, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that just proved my point. So that's why I thought you saw the Matrix, because there was the Matrix Resurrection.
Oh no! If it's the new one, I was probably talking to Ironcaster about that.
Okay. That's
Ironcaster or Abra, to be honest.
Okay, that was my question, because I knew you had a conversation with someone in our current gaming groups, and I could not figure out who, and it was driving me nuts. I thought it was Toby too.
Yeah,
Toby, you were just kind of there. All right,
I'm always there. I am always watching. Always watching.
I wish I had a clip of Thanos punching the crap out of Captain Marvel, so that way when you do that, I can kick you out of here. I have got to figure out how to do that on these things. Because a couple of good people.
Inevitable.
Yeah, no, you're not. Anyway, let's bring this back to
topic. Did you hear my snap of my fingers?
I heard the snap. I'm ignoring it. Of course, I get it. I actually watch pulp culture. What's your excuse? Moving on.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, you ain't got an excuse. Moving on. The next difference, aside from that, because we just explained approaches, the next difference is stress tracks. In Fate Core, you get a physical and mental stress tracks, which could have up to 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point boxes in each one. And Fate Accelerated, they took both of them out and replaced it with just one. And instead of having 4 stress boxes, it's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point only 3 boxes at 3 points as the highest. And I like to actually point this out. And they are not separated between mental and physical. It's just one. And they don't just start off with 2, regardless, depending on your points. Everyone gets 3 regardless. It's all the same. Also, you take if you have a high enough physique, you do get an extra consequence slot box in Fate Core. That does not happen anymore in Fate Accelerated as well. So you still only get, for consequences, you still only get 2, 4, 6 instead of 2, 4, 6. Oh, look, I got a superb physique, so I get 2, 2, 4, 6. So instead of that, we'll have to actually probably demonstrate that in the stream. And then the last, but not least, the last thing that they have removed from Fate Accelerated that separates Fate Accelerated from Fate Core is there is no extras. There's no extras. Extras all fall under aspects now. Now I want to back something up here, and I want to make sure that everyone is understanding. I'm not saying that's what the book says. I'm just saying I'm assuming that's what it is because you have aspects are used for weapons too in Fate Core unless the GM wants to use the extras box. That's up to the GM. There is no extras box. So in Fate Accelerated, if you have a weapon that's important to you, it does become part of your aspects, and that's it. You don't even have to worry about extras.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right. Now, it looks like I have scoured this book, and we are only 20 minutes in. Now 17 minutes and 12 seconds. And
13, 14, 15.
Shut up, Toby.
I think I'm funny.
He thinks he's funny, folks. He probably is. I hope everyone's getting a laugh.
I made myself laugh.
Now we just explained all of Fate Accelerated, and you're like, wait a minute, tabletop. What about the basics and stuff? I just told you all that is similar. I will give the list again. The similarities between Fate Accelerated and Fate Core is the basics: fate points, refresh, aspects, stunts, consequences, boosts, and actions. The only differences are the skills are now approaches. Instead of 2 stress tracks, you only get 1, and instead of 4 boxes, you get 3. Instead of starting out with 2, you start off with 3 regardless, and there's no extras. That, folks, is Fate Accelerated. We will be demonstrating a game with Fate Accelerated, and I'm going to call it Tasty Wheats. It is going to be the players are going to make characters of what they are in the real world, which means Toby here, who plays Jack Anderson, just woke up and is getting his body worked on so he can join the real world and the crappy version of that reality because, Tasty Wheats, let me tell you something about Tasty Wheats there, Toby. It doesn't exist. Neither does chicken. You've never ate chicken.
Okay.
You get to eat slop.
Okay.
Welcome to the
So,
Matrix.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want my character to have already been unplugged from the Matrix, or do you want him to just get rescued from the Matrix or recruited?
Well, no. Since we weren't able to actually play through that with you, just say that you've already been awake. You're probably you're probably going to be more of the elite at that point because designing the Fate Accelerated characters are going to be we're gonna do it normally, but I'm going to give you guys. There's going to be something more entailed into that.
There should be like 2 different types of approaches or something, like one for in the Matrix, one for in the real world or something.
Oh no! When you're in the Matrix, you use the Fate Core version sheet. That's how.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I decided to do that. It's Fate Core when you're in the Matrix. When you're in the real world, it is just Fate Accelerated. However, like I said, these are just one shots where we're just showing these systems off and showing how good. I just chose the Matrix theme because I'm just in the mood with the Matrix. I love how those movies are crafted. I love the writers. I love the Wachowskis. they did great. It's just a bad time to be bringing back. To me, I think it's a bad time to be bringing back nostalgia because most people in this day and age, like Toby. Oh man, Did I accidentally say your name, Toby? I had a cough.
I don't think it was accidental.
Okay. Yeah. Believe whatever you want.
Purposely.
I will not lie to you, Toby. I will never lie to you, Toby. Come play with me, Toby. Okay, that sounded nasty. Never mind. Anyway. Anyway, as I was
gotta go.
Come play with us, Toby, forever and ever.
So you said I had to leave as I hit the leave studio button, right?
You won't
Well,
be able
you don't want to be.
leave, Toby.
Now, can you name the movie?
That's The Shining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Stephen King movies he knows, but not freaking. And nothing against Stephen King. I love Stephen King as well as I love R.L. Stein. I gotta throw those out there. They are good.
Nerd.
I'm gonna throw another name out there because I love him so much. Jim Butcher. Anyway, all right,
Yes,
we're good.
But R.L. Stein, man, come on.
I love them all. What can I say? I am very endowed with literature. I need to get on here and do some book reviews just for some literature books.
That'd be
I
cool.
think that would be fun.
I'd
Well,
hop in on that.
Yeah, you definitely, especially. I mean, you've read The Hobbit, right? Because I'm reading The Hobbit right now.
Well, I've read The Lord of the Rings. I'm going to read The Hobbit soon.
Okay, I'm reading The Hobbit right now, so we might be able to toss that in. Get away from gaming for a minute and just do some literary. Because you know what? Do you know what goes good with gaming, everybody? And you're thinking, holy crap, Tabletop Junkie's off the rails. He wants to do literary. Yeah, well, without literature, you wouldn't have tabletop games.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think all the inspiration comes from?
Appendix N, baby.
Yeah. Which king understands it? Toby doesn't. I get it. Anyway, Toby, I'm sorry. Just so you know, I do care for you, and I know today.
Feelings, liar.
All right, Toby. We both know you don't have any feelings.
Oh, I'm so attacked.
Toby, roll a will check, man.
I fail automatically.
How do you fail? Did you at least take a 1 in will? No, you didn't. Never mind.
He has a +0 in will, man.
I mean, technically, according to my current character sheet for Jack, it was a +3. Good.
Roll for that. Thank you. Jeez, gives him a better chance of not being a crybaby. I mean, yeah. Roll for that.
Shouldn't Matrix characters in the Matrix have higher willpower?
Oh, I'm so glad that you have asked that question. To be honest, right now I get your point. But at the same time, we are just demonstrating a system that at the same time too.
Fair enough.
That would be a question. I think that would be. I mean, honestly, hang on to that question. Let's pin it somewhere because when it comes down to it, that is a very good question. In certain game settings, would that make more sense? Yes, it would. Remember, we are just doing a demonstration. When we do an actual play or a podcast, if you have a question like that again, that would be very good to ask. And I am only pointing that out on this stream, just for the main fact that, players, for those who are viewing us right now and those who are going to future view, if you're players, do not be afraid to ask questions is what I tell these guys. That is important. Asking questions about a game that someone else designed, regardless. I didn't design it. I just used the Matrix. And given the setting of the Matrix, it would probably make more sense if they had a higher willpower. But, at the same time, a +3 in will is not a low willpower either. Just so you know there.
Yeah, I would argue that anyone with a +1 will or higher is probably able to awaken out of the Matrix.
Very true. Well, on their own, actually.
Well, yeah.
On their own.
Then I shouldn't have had to play White Rabbit then, because Jack would have been just like, I'm awake.
Yes, but then that would be adding in the Animatrix stuff. And I'm going to say this. I love the Animatrix. Because there was a guy.
Only one character in the Matrix was able to do that we know of, and that was Kid.
Well, he woke up and saw the machines. There was another one that actually came close to it. That was one of the kids.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't, like, really awakening. It's just they became, like, they were supposed to forget that they were playing in a field in a zone of the Matrix that was not mentally unbalanced, that was unbalanced by the code. So they were like, in some places they didn't have gravity, in some places they could fast forward or rewind time, because it was unstable in there. And then of course the agents had to go through and get those kids, make sure that they got injected with blue pills so they would forget. Well, they didn't entirely forget because they were there trying to figure out, like, oh, I thought that would, like one kid threw a bottle down and it shattered. And he's like, oh, I thought it would come back up. Some people tried jumping. I don't think they truly forgot. So yeah, in a sense, Toby's character shouldn't have needed assistance to wake up. But you know what? Because that was pointed out, we will work on that later. But bear in mind, we're also only using a fan made setting, because I love the Matrix, and I figured that would be good to show multiple sides, because you have in the Matrix, you have the fake world, you have the real world. So that I thought that's why I actually chose this setting, because I figured it'd be good to show the fake core and fate accelerated side. Same game, two different sides of the coins, and it's not like changing anything. To be honest, nothing's changed. It's all still the same thing. So, like if we were playing something else, like say Star Trek or Fallout using fake core, we would technically change the system over without needing the real reason to go back and forth. If you get what I'm saying, I used it where you go between two different worlds, and that's why I used what I used.
If we were to do this as a long-term mini campaign or more, I would argue that the Fate Core rule set would be used for the real world, because it's not as action-packed as when you're in the Matrix. So the Matrix would use Fate Accelerated. Because when you wake up and you become a resistance fighter, you can do things that most people can't. So it kind of makes it more cinematic and stuff like that. That's how I would do it anyways.
And this is why I game with this guy, because he has different opinions from me, and I like that, because it kind of allows you to open your mind to new things and jump across that huge skyscraper of a building all the way to the other end. Unfortunately, Toby fell in the first jump.
Everyone falls.
I succeeded.
Everyone falls the first time.
Yeah, everyone falls the first time, except for me.
Liar.
Okay, I fell probably the first couple times.
Yeah.
Oh man, well that is pretty much Fate Accelerated, everybody. We don't really have anything else. We've just been sitting here joking around, using about games. Well, I do have a couple of making fun of Toby. It's because he doesn't know a lot about pop culture. We have got, you know what?
Lies.
You know what? That's it, Toby. I'm going to host an honorary roast of Toby.
No.
Yes.
I do not.
Who are you going to invite?
I will find people, but you're invited too, Witch King. You got to come in. We got to help roast Toby together. Oh,
I definitely do not consent.
I gotta get one of my other men in. I know someone else. I'm not going to name his name, even though we named his name. I'm not going to name his name, but he would definitely come to this. He would actually come roast Toby with us. Oh, by the way, Toby, you know the greatest thing about those roasts? Neither did the other people.
No, they all sat there willingly. I won't be there.
They didn't consent at first. They fought, kicking and screaming, going, "What the hell am I doing?" At least we all know.
I won't be there. You can't make me.
That's okay. I'll just disguise it as just a game, and he'll show up and hey, we're live with Toby.
You can add a fake account and have it pop into the stream and call it Toby 1201.
Yeah, but then you gotta ask that entire time. You gotta ask that bot questions, and it's not gonna sound like me.
That's not what happens during the roast.
The roast.
Yeah, but at the end of the roast, the person gets to talk.
Yeah, so
that's why we'll end the stream before that.
That is not a real roast.
All right, so
I will write in the comments that wasn't me.
You'll be there. I'll kidnap you.
Help! Help! I'm going against my will. Help!
On the internet, while he's sitting at his own desk, at his own computer, tied to his own chair, by himself, with no one else in the house.
Oh, I'm not alone.
You will be for this. And then the rest of us are only our respectable places. Oh man, you know what, guys? It's been fun at Toby's expense. It really has been today. Toby, I hope no hard feelings, man. We just
No,
I want to let you know you did us all a public service today.
How?
Well, easy. You let us pick on you. You haven't stormed out yet.
You know I wouldn't.
That's exactly why I'm thanking you right now.
Plus, I know it's all good natured, and if it wasn't, then I really would leave. Before he left, I'd give you a piece of my mind.
Well, you know, I got to say, though, Toby, it's because of you that we were able to get the stream up to 30 minutes. Unfortunately, there is nothing else regarding about tabletop gaming today. That was Fate Accelerated, everybody. Please catch our next stream. Our next stream is going to be the Fate System Toolkit, I believe. Is going to be our next one. And then we're supposed to do, I feel like I'm missing one. We got Fate Accelerated. I know we got
Fate Condensed.
We're not doing condensed yet. I don't think that's my list. There's two out. Oh, yes. Now I remember. Okay, so now that I'm having an aneurysm while on stream. Okay, so the next show is not Fate System Toolkit. The next show is going to be the Fate conversion from Fate Core to Fate Accelerated and back again. That is going to be the next stream. We are going to sit here and we will show you guys. We will do some screen shares and show you guys how the conversion from Fate Core, using a Fate Core character to Fate Accelerated works, and then back again. Just because Witch King wasn't here for the previous stream, so he won't go from Fate Core to Fate Accelerated. He'll go from Fate Accelerated backwards. So, all right. With that said, that our next one will be the Fate Core to Fate Accelerated and back again conversion guide, and then the next stream after that will be Fate System Toolkit. To let everybody know, please, if you did catch our show today, I didn't see anyone that did. Just please, if you do catch our show in the future and you do like what you see, you do like my channel, you do like my co-hosts. These are my co-hosts. They are honorary junkies. I like to think we kind of, they kind of make it fun. And they don't kind of make it fun. They make it fun. I got to be careful with words. But anyway, as I was saying,
I think I'm the junkie here.
No, you're the lore master.
I don't know about that. I think I might be the junkie too.
No, I'm the junkie.
Which no, you master. Left and I found a new dealer, so you know.
And Toby, you play D20.
And I'm not wrong.
The only one you play is D20.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I have more diverse systems than you do, but let's not go into that because the Witch King can blow us both out of the water.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I know about his
Witch King wins.
Yeah. No, he's the lore master. I'm the junkie because when it comes to me spending money and spending a lot of money, I can do it. And Toby, you're the uneducated. So there you go.
Wow. But he is being educated. Don't forget.
I see how it is.
Okay, fine. He's the
student.
I'm the one-trick pony.
He's the student.
I would not. Okay, I would rather use the label uneducated for you than the one-trick pony. No offense. The one-trick pony sounds kind of weird. I would like to.
I know one system really well. There you go.
I guess you win that one. I'll give that one to you. I'll give you a point.
I know lots of systems, none of them very well.
You're the master of all games, but none at all. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well,
you're the generalist.
Well, this was a fun time. All right. Well, like I said, our next couple streams, everybody, will be the Fate conversion guide from core to accelerated back again, and then the Fate System Toolkit and another stream after that, which I will announce next one. I will say, please keep watching my channel because I do have something coming out and working on a project right now for Fate Core because we are going to do Witch King. You didn't hear, I don't know if you heard this, but do you know that we're doing an actual play coming up soon?
Teleslanta, right?
I said actual play. That's podcast.
Oh, my bad.
No, we're doing a play? Are we doing? Oh, if we're doing a play, I want to do Sweeney Todd and dibs on being Sweeney Todd.
I said actual. Do you guys know what an actual play is?
I do.
That's a musical, right?
Oh my!
No, it's where people play role-playing games and show off the system and setting.
I know. I'm teasing.
I'm like, you see, right now, I was just thinking in my head, I hope he's really screwing with me, because if not, I'll never let him live this one down. He has to be screwing with me. He has to be screwing with me, just because, for the simple fact, now I just remembered too, and I forgot about this too, and I just did this yesterday, and I already forgot again. I gave him some actual plays that say actual play on them from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot I did that. I'm sending him links to actual plays, and so he knows what an actual play is. He's screwing with me just to see if I remember. Aha!
It's revenge.
Yeah. You got me.
I do think we should stop the stream now.
Yeah, because this is way off topic. All right, everybody. Witch King, is there anything else you'd like to say to our current / future viewers?
I hope you enjoy our catalog that we slowly build up. And remember, tabletop gaming isn't a hobby; it's a way of life.
And
Amen.
Toby.
They're picking on me only gets worse, and I will get my revenge.
It actually gets better. It doesn't get worse, but okay. Because I remember we picked on you a lot when we first met you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it hasn't stopped.
Well, that's because you don't know everything about pop culture. Anyway, this is Tabletop Junkie. We have been way off topic all day. This is called Fate Accelerated. I hope you guys did enjoy the review that we had. I hope you guys did have a cool laugh. This is what we do. We are just fun people that get together. We want you to become part of this community. So, yeah, we want you to be part of this community. We are looking for more players like you. I should get an Uncle Sam thing that says, Tabletop Junkie wants you to be in his game. All right. Well, this is Tabletop Junkie. Everyone saying play hard, game hard, work hard, enjoy the rest of your week. It is only Tuesday. I do apologize, but when Friday comes around, we're going to have a party. So this is Tabletop Junkie giving his famous salute. Have a great, wonderful day, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.